Welcome to the warm-up for Unit 9, Day 5. So let's go through our given information. Given a rectangle is inscribed in an isosceles triangle ABC, where the triangle has an area of 192 centimeters squared, the angle measure of B is 120 degrees, and the legs and base are in a ratio of 5 to 8. So let's go ahead and write in our givens. So we can see that this is 120 degrees. This is a rectangle, so we know opposite sides are congruent, and that this will be 90 degrees. We also know that this is an isosceles triangle, meaning that AB will be congruent to BC. It also says that we're in a ratio of 5 to 8. So since we already have x here, we'll call it 5y. And we'll call our base 8y. Now, how can we use this to help us solve? Well, I know it's an isosceles triangle, so I'm going to drop an altitude to help me here, because I want to try and solve for y. Well, this altitude splits our base in half, so this part will become 4y, and it will also bisect this angle, so that makes this 60 degrees, and that makes this angle 60 degrees. Oh, that would then create a 30, 60, 90 triangle here. But first, let's try and figure out what we could label our height. Oh, well, it's a right triangle, and it's a triple, so a 3, 4, 5. So my height, or altitude, is going to be 3y. I now have the height and the base of the triangle in terms of y, and they also gave me the area of this triangle. So to solve for our variable y, we could use our equation. So we know that the area of the triangle's equation is 1/2 base times height. So we have area of the triangle is, well, my height is 3y, my base is 8y, divided by 2. Well, so 3y times 8y is 24y squared, divided by 2 equals 12y squared. We can set that equal to 192, and we then get that y squared equals 16. We square root both sides, and we get y equals 4. Well, now we can label these sides. This is now 20. This is now 12. This whole side is now 32. Okay, well, how does that help me? I can now find this length of the rectangle because I know that the whole side is 32. I also know that this side right here could equal x. Therefore, this length of the rectangle is going to be 32 minus 2x. Now, all we have left to find in order to solve is the height of our rectangle. As you can see, we have a right angle, a 30-degree angle, so we can see that this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And we were given the side across from the 60 degrees. So if we come over here, instead of using x or y, because I don't want to confuse the variables, we'll just say a. So across from the side 30 is a, across from 60 is a root 3, and across from 90 is 2a. Well, they gave us the side across from 60. They said the side across from 60 was x, so it's equal to a root 3. We then divide both sides by the square root of 3, and then we get that x root 3 over 3 is equal to a, otherwise known as this is the side across from 30 degrees. So if we look at our diagram, that was the height that we needed. So our height is x root 3 over 3. We now have enough information to solve for the area of the rectangle in terms of x. So we can say that the area of the rectangle is x root 3 over 3 times 32 minus 2x, and don't forget about our units, centimeters squared.